last exponent, you got 8 to the power of x plus 3, and that's equal to 16 to the power of x minus 1. So your bases are 8 and 16. So can you make 16 8 to some power? No. So that means what you got to do if you can't do that? Can you make 8 4 to some power? So what you got to do? You got a 2. So can you make 8 2 to some power? So this is going to become 2 to the third, but that x plus 3 that's already out there, you got to bunny hop the 3 through. Because that 3 got to multiply times the power that's already out there. What about 16? It's 2 to what power? 2 to the 4. So this is 2 to the 4 times that x minus 1 that's already out there. So what you're going to end up having is a 2 to the 3x plus 9. Because you got a bunny hop 3. And you got a bunny hop 4. And that's going to be equal to 2 to what power? Minus what? Minus 4. So the bases are the same. What does that mean? Drop them. So the next step would just be 3x plus 9 equal 4x minus 4. And then how you solve this? Add 4. So if you add 4 to both sides, you got 3x plus what? Equal 4x. And so now what? Subtract 3x and you got 13 equal x. And so you got your answer. And you can check this by plugging it in, but sometimes it might be painful plugging it in. First type of logarithm problem is, first of all, let me tell y'all something. If you got a problem that has like log equal to a number and it doesn't have a base, the base is automatically 10 for it. And if you have ln and it's equal to a number and it doesn't have a base, then the base is automatically e for ln. Because in these problems, a lot of them, they don't give you bases. So like the first example, you got 5 ln 2x equal 30. And they want you to solve this for x. First thing you see is a 5. You might think that 5 is supposed to go to the exponent, which it does, but it's another way you can do it, because that'll make it complicated. That'll give you 2 to the 5th, x to the 5th. But another thing you can do is divide 5 by both sides. Just like regular algebra. And then this 5 will cross out, and you'll have ln of 2x equal what? 6. And now you don't have no number behind the ln. So the base of ln, since they didn't give it to you, is e. And so now you got a base, you can do that recycle method with the arrows. And what does it tell you to do when you see it? E to the power of 6 equals what? And then to solve for x, what you got to do? The x. What is e to the power of 6? Divide by 2. And then that's the answer. You can calculate that out, but you can leave it like that. E is equal to, it says log base 3 of x is equal to 4. Make sure that's a 3. Equal to 4. And so you solving it for x, so you still got to do the recycle method. And so what would that be? Equal what? And all you got to do is calculate out what 3 to 4 is equal to. And you're done with this one. So 3 to 4, I believe, is 81. You check with your calculator. How about this one? What if we got a 6 plus 2 ln x equal to 5? Two ln x equal 5. How do you get rid of the 6? You subtract. Because that's just a regular number, so you can put it on the other side with the regular number. So you got 2 ln x equal negative 1. Okay, what's the base of ln? E. How do you get rid of this 2? There's 2 ways to get rid of it. So you're going to divide. So you divide by 2, and you got ln ex. So ln base of e x equals negative 1/2. And so you got to get it out of ln. You're trying to solve for x, so you still do the recycle method. And what does that tell you? E to the power of negative 1/2 equal x. You're never supposed to leave something in a negative exponent. Yeah, I learned that last quarter. So, well, how you handle it? And so what would it be if you flip it? 1 over e to the 1/2. And that's the answer. So this last one, you got log base 2 of x plus 2. And that's minus log base 2. Usually if you got more than one log, they all going to have the same base of x minus 5. Because if they have different bases, you couldn't work it. You couldn't put it together. Equal 3. So this is the last problem that we're solving. So what does minus mean? So what are you dividing? So you're going to have log base 2 of x plus 2 divided by x minus 5. And that's equal to 3. And so you still got to get it out of the log format by doing the recycle method. And so what does the recycle method say? 2 to the power of 3 equal what? X plus 2 divided by x minus 5. So what is 2 to the power of 3? So this is 8. And if you want to make it look like a fraction, it's 8 over 1 equal x plus 2 over x plus x minus 5. So when you're dealing with fractions, you got to have a common denominator. So what's the common denominator of 1 and x minus 5? So what you got to do to this side? So you got to do x minus 5 times the top and x minus 5 times the bottom. And you know the bottom's going to be the same, so you don't even have to write them. Because you know if you have a equation with all the denominators the same, you erase it. So you got to distribute this 8 through the x minus 5. And what is that going to give you? 8x minus 40 equal to what? And you're just solving this one. So even though it seems like it's complicated, it's still not. So what you going to move around first? Subtract x. Okay, you subtract x, you got 7x minus 40 equal to 2. And then what? Add 40. And you got 7x equal to 42. And then divide by 7 last. And so you're going to have x equals what? X equals 6.